Hey there, folks. I want to welcome you here tonight to a GCN update. I appreciate everybody taking the time to come out and join me here. As you're jumping on the line, let's go ahead and take some introductions and we'll get right to it. I'm not going to keep you guys a long time, but have a lot of cool stuff I want to talk about here tonight. So Tom from Iona, welcome. David from Las Vegas, Mike from Milwaukee. We've got Mark from London, Ontario, Canada, Larry from Kalamazoo, Barlos from Colombia, welcome. Gary Wolf from North Carolina, Rick from North Carolina, Luke from Dallas, hey from Connecticut, what's up, Gossett? Jan from Denmark, welcome. Gary from Tahoe, welcome. Jim from Minnesota, welcome. Shane from Michigan, welcome. Dr. Z from New York, ZZ, what's up? Eileen from British Columbia, Canada, welcome. We got Troy from Missouri, welcome, Troy. Aloha from Kauai, Brent's in the house. Welcome, Brent from Michigan. Folks, as you can see, we got a ton of people who are jumping on here. Welcome, Dr. Jesse, also from Michigan. So we got Michigan representing for sure. So if everybody is ready, we're going to go ahead and get this started. I know we have a lot of people that are still jumping on. Edgardo, welcome from Las Vegas. For the sake of time, I want to go ahead and get this thing rolling here. So I don't have to keep you guys too long here tonight. But I want to address some major things. I mean, as you guys know, we just, I guess it was yesterday, right, or the day before, just came out and talked about, the future of the company, where we're at. And, what I rather do here is come out to you guys on a regular basis, put my face in front of you and let you know that we're here doing what we need to be doing in order to get things where they need to be. As many of you know, as we discussed yesterday, we talked about exactly where the system was at and having to be into a place where we are 100% comfortable with pulling the trigger. As many of you know, if you checked our website just over the last 24 hours, really, we've had some malware issues that are going on. We've found the problem with that. We're fixing that solution. So the system as a whole is truly coming together very nicely. So I'm very excited about that. So with that being said, the biggest questions that come into play is like, James, okay, we appreciate you coming out and communicating, but the bottom line is, when are things going to start back? Because I know from a leader standpoint, you guys got to be getting hammered by a lot of different people, getting phone calls, what's going on. It truly doesn't matter how many emails we send out or how many videos I do or how many webinars we have. We still have people that are just out of touch, right? That will hit their leaders or hit me on the side and say, hey, what's going on? And you want to refer them. And they're like, look, I don't have 30 minutes to watch James speak about what's going on. Just in a nutshell, tell me what's going on, right? So we've been trying to eliminate some of that and break it down for you in a very small category, summarized, so that you can share it with your team. So with that being said, let's talk about where we're headed here, because that's the most important thing. And then I do have a couple really cool things that I want to talk about here. So number one, as we go in tonight with our programming team, the key thing is going to be to make sure we get the malware situation worked out. I'm sure we would all agree that there's many people right now that are even going to the website that won't even log in because they think that it's dangerous. I've already told you it's not dangerous. We know it's not dangerous. It's just a small issue that they're working on. The good news is they did find the problem this morning. It will be updated. So we'll have our website back to normal here very soon. And the next thing is the payouts. The biggest thing with the payouts is this. I was definitely not willing to start the payouts just to go backwards. I don't know how much you guys agree with this. And if you don't, it's okay. I think it would be much worse for us as a company if we were to start payouts and then have to go backwards because something either didn't work right or whatever the issue was. The good news is I have awesome confidence in our system right now. We've been testing things look exactly the way that they should. The malware issue will be fixed tonight. And we are just on the verge here of being able to go forward, which is awesome. I know each and every one of us, including me, I said it last night. I don't want to say I'm so sick of these meetings because I do like coming out and talking, but I'm sick of this conversation that we're having. And I know each and every one of you are as well. You're sick of having to answer your phone if you're a leader and explain this thing over and over again. So I'm going to tell you here tonight, the bottom line is we're ready to move forward as a company. We're ready to knock this thing out. I believe things are very close to being exactly where they need to be. So I'll be able to give you the final update either late tonight or early in the morning, exactly where we're at. And we're going to get this thing back on track, which is the biggest thing. So, I said this as well yesterday. I know that there's some of you that maybe you've decided to already go somewhere else. Maybe you're already, promoting something else. And I get it. You got to take care of you and your family. But what I want you to do is this. I want you to know that as we come back here and we get things exactly where they need to be, we have the consistency of our payments, our systems working properly, because it's absolutely going to. We needed this break in order to get us to where we're wanted to go, where we need to go as a company. As we do that, I want you to remember what's happened these last 8 months, right? But oftentimes when you think about relationships or anything like that, you think about the small little periods of times that were bad. Sometimes you forget about some of those amazing memories that we have. You guys have to understand that from July all the way up until December, we were clockwork. We were clockwork, right? You guys know this. I mean, obviously we had some system issues and we had some changes to the comp plan and our name change and things like that. But clockwork, as far as our payments, making sure that things were done right, we were there. And I talked about it every single week on the call as well, how we're different. So I don't want you to forget about that. Even though the last couple of weeks here, the last few weeks have been a little bit of a struggle for us as a company and making sure that things are exactly where they need to be, I want you to regain that confidence. And the only way to do that is obviously to show you my words are nothing without the action that follows them. So I want you to stay with me here as we go in tomorrow. Late tonight, tomorrow, we can update you on exactly where the system is, where we're going, moving forward to make sure that we don't miss any more payments. That's the biggest thing, right? I have confidence that the system's going to be there. I want to make sure that we have complete clarity and the consistency in our payments, and we can move forward. And I know each and every one of you want the same exact thing, right? We all want the same exact thing. So with that being said, there are a couple things that I do want to talk about in relationship to our system, some things that are coming that can help you from a marketing standpoint. Now, some of you, and I know a lot of you will be like, James, we're not marketing anything until you get the system correct, right? So that's cool, but just hear me out for just a second, okay? Because we've got something that's really awesome that we're going to be rolling out here very soon. Let me ask a question. Are there any of you out there that watch college basketball at all? Men's college basketball. I know women has it as well. Any of you watch college basketball? Just give me a number one. Like even if you watch it a little bit, right? Either you follow, your local team or your state team. I'm an Arkansas Razorback fan. We've got to win our last 2 games to make it to the big dance. We haven't been that good in the last few years, but we're pretty good right now. We're still young, but we're fairly good, right? So there's a lot of teams out there that are on that bubble right now. So I want you to think about this for a second. And here's what we're going to be doing. We are actually going to be creating an NCAA bracket pool that we're going to allow people to participate in. Now, this is going to be something that you can either use your credits for or people can use Bitcoin for as well. And we're not just going to open it up for you. We're going to open it up for others as well. So this is going to be a huge opportunity for you guys to introduce a piece of what we do to the entire world, okay? So I'll be announcing that. I'll be telling you exactly what it is, but most likely it's going to be like, probably a couple $100s to be able to participate. You can put in as many brackets as you want. I'll give you the pricing, so don't quote me on that. I'll give you the pricing, but people are going to be able to participate on this, and we're going to be paying out on a certain amount of places, obviously the top prize being exceptional. So I want you to think about this. We started our company in the sports wagering arena. As you guys know, we blew it up with Super Bowl. Everybody, I'm telling you guys, if you would have seen the messages I got when I said that Kansas City was our pick, people were like, "Oh, I want to take my credits back. I love San Francisco, right? We let our emotions play it." Well, anytime it's March Madness, which is right now, right? It's March 2nd. March Madness is coming. Anyone who is a sports fan at all, even if you don't follow college basketball, which, by the way, I've watched maybe about 2 minutes of college basketball this entire season. So, for me to sit here and say I'm a college basketball fan, I definitely am, but my time's just not there to do it. It doesn't matter. What's cool about the brackets is it doesn't matter if you're a raving sports fan or, if you just watch it as your spouse or whoever is watching it on TV or just when you're clicking through the channels. The bottom line is anyone can fill out a bracket, right? All you have to do is choose which team you think is going to win to make it to the next level. And when you get to the final, right, when we get to the complete final, there's going to be a winner, right? And so we will be able to rank this like first, second, third on the amount of points that are created. So think about this, all right? You're going to be able to have a system that we don't actually keep track. We're going to set up an NCAA pool that it does all the points for us. It does all the registration for us. The only thing that we're going to do is create a payment page, and we're going to actually be able to, okay, hey, this person paid. they're in, because, you know, once that link gets out there, people will be trying to rip us, right? Everyone will be trying to create a bracket, and they may not need to be in the the mix. So we'll be doing that for you guys very soon. And, you know, from my side of it, I see this as a huge marketing opportunity. So think about this: in the midst of our system working correctly, our payments are consistent. We're having our live events. We're planning those out, which we have some, hopefully that's going to be coming towards the end of March. So we'll be telling you more about that as well. But in addition to that, we have this huge March Madness entire contest going on. And you think about it. I mean, if we got, I don't know, let's say we got 2,000 people to participate in that at, you know, $200, all of a sudden we've got a pretty big pot that someone has an opportunity to win, and you can participate as many times as you want. And number two, we're going to allow you to participate with some of your credits. So we'll be talking about all this. So let me ask you a question. I mean, outside of the obvious elephant in the room that we've been talking about, and I've been communicating with you, how many of you think that this is a pretty cool deal? Give me a number 7 if you like this idea, if you think it's something that you can market and we can blow this thing up together. All right, awesome. Hey, Bob, I don't know if you know this, but Bob's talking about consider doing the same thing with other sports like soccer, real football. Bob, I played soccer in college. I'm a huge soccer fan. That's my number one sport. I coached it for the last 20 years. Since I've gotten out of college, I'm a huge soccer fan. So we actually do have handicappers in that arena, and we do participate in it. Soccer is a little bit more challenging to pick from a handicapping standpoint, just because they have the draw in it, but you can always play the total. So just know that we have participated in some of those, but we definitely will be doing some of those as well. So, you're a player as well. That's so cool. Well, very cool. So, you know, with that being said, obviously, you know, the March Madness is going to be a key. We're going to blow this up, and we're going to actually promote this. And there's also some very cool auctions that are coming. But here's what I know, okay? I know that that's a cool idea. At least I think it is. I think most of you think it's a cool idea. I know that we can market it. We can create some great pages around it. But I also know this. I also know that in order for any of this to work, I'm not foolish. I know that we have to be consistent, right? I know that we have to have our system working 100%. I know that our commissions have to consistently be paid, and we're going to do all that. One question that we've been getting that I want to address on the GOWs, okay? We've had several messages about GOWs as far as people getting paid on those, when those will be paid out. I'm going to go on and make a blanket statement here tonight. We will pay those GOWs out when the commissions start back up, okay? So then we're not missing any of this stuff that's been out there, because anytime you're doing something manually, people get paid double, triple, sometimes they don't get paid at all. Things fall through the cracks. So just know that those will be paid, okay? We're not sitting here trying to sit on those at any point in time. So know that those will be coming. But, you know, the picture I want to paint, I'm sorry, you guys keep me doing this. We have a new cat, my daughter, and it's killing me. I'm a little bit allergic to cats. So, you know, the bottom line is this. I'm going to end it with this, okay? You know, anytime there's any type of surgery that's going on, you know, at the hospital, if someone's getting surgery, the time to fix something is when they're open, right? You never sew that patient back up and say, oh, well, we forgot to do that. It's always when it's open. So I understand that this waiting game, and because that's really what it is, the waiting game, hurry up and wait. And I understand that the pressure that it puts not only on you as a leader, but the pressure it puts on families, right? Because if you're expecting to receive money and you're not receiving money, it can cause pressure, right? I've been in that situation so many times with my own family that, hey, I'm expecting something, I keep telling them it's coming. And sometimes it comes and sometimes it doesn't come. And it doesn't matter. Either way, life goes on. But the reality is it causes trouble, right, for you and your family. We're not trying to do that, right? That was never our intention here. Our intention was to be able to create a platform for you that can last the test of time, to not be one of these companies. We've already proven, like, I mean, we've went several months past what any other company has done for the most part. But that's not our ultimate goal. Our ultimate goal is to be huge, right? To take this to as big as we possibly can. And in order to do that, it doesn't just require the system to be correct. It makes sure that we have cushion from a finance standpoint to make sure that I've surrounded myself with the proper people. All those things have to be in place in order for us to do that. But it also takes people just like yourself believing in the ultimate product. So I get that you have to take care of your family. I completely understand that. And what I'm going to tell you is this: we are that close. We are on the verge, and I will continue to keep you updated. I'm going to continue to be in front of your face, even though this might be annoying for some of you to come out and have to hear me talk for 15 to 20 minutes. And sometimes you're thinking, my God, he's repeating the same exact thing that he's been saying. I want you to be aware. I want people to be aware. If we had any intention of whatsoever of just not making this happen, well, we'd just be out the door, right? I wouldn't be in front of you. So I just want you to know that we're right here. So John Harrelson asking the question, in your opinion, do you believe we'll start payments this week? Wholeheartedly. Yeah, I really do. I really do believe that, right? I mean, this is Monday. So the answer is yes. I wouldn't be saying any of this stuff that I was saying if I did not believe that we were like within inches of being able to do that. So my hope is to get with you, like I said, I'm going to say by morning to let you know exactly what it is, but that's probably the direct question that everybody wanted to ask. So John, thank you for asking that, but the answer is yes. Neil, I can only promote the program where the cab is working consistently. Yeah, man. Neil didn't write that to everybody. He just wrote that to me, but Neil, I wanted to throw it out here. The answer is yes, right? You're exactly right, man. In any business, it takes consistency 100%. So you said it very clearly right there. So I appreciate these questions because you guys are making it easy for me to have direct answers. Oliver Cox, you're asking about cricket. We do not currently have a cricket handicapper. That doesn't mean that it couldn't happen. As we expand into the international markets, especially Europe, I know India and some of those places love cricket, South Africa, and the African countries altogether. So yeah, cricket could be an option. We just don't have a handicapper in that area right this second. Got any more good Apple products coming up for the auction soon? So here's the deal, Dan. I love Apple. I'm on an Apple right now. My phone's an Apple. I love apples, but the challenging part is we were having some issues with getting Apple shipped. Okay, so that's just so you know. We definitely want to offer some more Apple products, but we've had to work with some of these vendors to work through some of the challenges with the shipping and the cards and stuff like that we use. So again, just putting it out there, we definitely, yes, the answer is yes, we want to offer more Apple products. Let's see here. Yeah, so Tom, that's Tom L. Yeah, I mean, definitely hit me at James at globalcreditsnetwork.com and we can chat about that, okay? Would it be possible to add a notification button for when auctions start, like a notification? Yeah, so, one thing that we've been talking about since October, I mean, I know that's a ways back, is our app. We do have the app, believe it or not, in the final stages as well. So our app is not only going to be able to send you push notifications, it's also going to allow you to participate in auctions if you choose to. So that will be coming here very soon as well. I know we don't talk much about the app because I don't want to sit there and say, hey, it's coming, and it not come. It is coming. We're in the final stages here. But if you remember when we first announced the app, we've had a rebranding since then. So there's a lot that's changed inside of that that we've had to correct, but the app is definitely coming. Okay. Will all earned credits that have been withdrawn be paid this week, or will we be delayed the date of commissions go out? So all credits, whether it be for GOWs or, I guess that's really the only place that earned credits would be created, will be paid out once the payments start back. Okay, so as soon as payments start back, which yes, it will be this week when that happens, those payments will go as well. So good question. Any other questions? I don't want to keep you here too long. We've only been on here 20 minutes. How do we find all the auctions? All I ever see is the big vehicle. So when you log into your back office, the very first page you come on will be your dashboard. We always put an auction right there where you can hit view all, and it will actually show you all the auctions. Okay, so that's one option. And then on the menu bar, we also have auctions listed there. So you can click those and view all as well. Let's see here. When is the travel program going to start? So Tom, let's see, was that Tom who asked that question? Oh, Neil asked that question. So look, from so the travel system's done by all intents and purposes, okay? The only thing that's not done is we haven't linked it directly to our system. But I can tell you, for me, it made more sense to get done what we need to get done before we rolled out a new product. I think that if we rolled out that product right now, even though I've told people about it, I think people would kind of look at it like, they they've been working on this. How do they have time to roll out the new travel system? So we're waiting until we show some consistency here, but that will be rolled out very soon. And it's pretty awesome. And I showed you guys a preview of it, but that is coming along with many of the information. When's the next live event? We're actually looking at potentially doing a Vegas event towards the end of March, maybe early April. So I will keep everybody posted on that. I know we've already been to Vegas, but Vegas is, I mean, not only is it a lot of fun, it's very easy for people to get to for the most part. So there's almost always direct flights into there. So that will be coming. Sometime down the road, will there be some kind of autoresponder that's set up? So yeah, you know, we have our landing pages. Here's the problem with autoresponders, hooking them to our system. Almost immediately, as soon as you hook an autoresponder that is hooked to our domain, it will get blacklisted, okay? So there's a couple ways to get around that. Number one, we set it up on a different domain. Or number two, we allow you to set up your own autoresponder, right? And write your own messages. So all those marketing tools are actually in the works. I know that the marketing funnel is there, but there's many things that are going. So Tim, thank you, James, for busting your AXX to get our system steady and solid and long-term. We're counting on this to come through. Well, Tim, man, I appreciate it, right? I know everybody's kind of in the same boat as far as that's concerned, and I agree with you 100%. John, can we see the payments working for 60 days before adding more products or having new things? So, John, that's 60 days. I don't know if people want to wait 60 days for the travel products, but here's what I'll guarantee you. We're going to have some consistency in making sure that things work 100%, the right way, not only payments, but everything involved before we even consider rolling that out. But it will be soon, okay? Because I have faith in where we're at. All right. Any other questions out there before I wrap this thing up? It's 8:22. Here's what I want to end it with. I know I already kind of closed it once. I know, as I said, there's a lot of you that are taking a lot of calls. You're getting a lot of messages. You're a full-time customer support, especially if you've been here for a while and you have a team. I do believe that the leader sets the pace. You guys see my demeanor right now. You don't see me freaking out, right? I'm not freaked out because I can see past where we're at to where we're going, okay? And I hope that relays to you when you see here and you can come here and we're in front of you. I hope that helps you a little bit be able to talk to your people and say, look, man, we want something that's going to last. If you're sick of going from program to program and starting over like I am, let's have some patience, right? Let's allow them to get it right so we can have something that's long-term and can work for us and our families for the long term. That's the key component, right? And that's where we're going. So we're ready to rock this as well. Dr. Jesse just said it the best. He said, get it done right once and for all. Even if it takes a couple more days, he appreciates our consistency. Thank you, Dr. Jesse. You said it perfectly. Once and for all, let's get this thing rocking and rolling where we don't have to look back, where you don't have to sit there and answer unnecessary text messages or anything like that. Let's just rock and roll. So I appreciate, here's the deal. What's amazing about this is that, we're out here, we're having this conversation, and I could be getting torn up right now. I mean, there's a bunch of people on here. I mean, our last two calls have been the biggest calls we've ever had because people want to know what's going on. And you guys could be hammering me. You could be coming out here blasting me. But, what I'm seeing here is feedback that, hey, you guys are still with me, right? You guys are still excited to see this thing go and make sure that it lasts long term. And that means a lot to me. It truly does. I thank you so much for that. So I hope that you guys have a good evening. Like I said, be on the lookout for messages. We're going to be blowing you up, whether it be Telegram, emails, because we want you to be informed. As I said, the March Madness thing, we'll be announcing more details on that. I know, like, rolling that out right now in the midst of everything seems like maybe a bad idea. At the same time, March Madness is March Madness. We can't help when it comes. So there'll be many of you that want to participate in that, and we're going to rock it. So I hope everybody has a great evening. Thank you so much for your time. And stay on top of those emails and Telegram, and make sure that you're sharing these messages with your teammates so you don't have to be that full-time customer support. And if they don't want to sit and watch it for 25 minutes, then you just got to question how committed they are to building your team anyway. So have a great idea. I was just reading Tim's comment. Have a great night. Thank you so much for y'all's time. And this call's a wrap.